All right. I hope that you guys can see me okay because I decided to move my office outside today and do this live training somewhere different because I wanted to, again, be outside. So I hope that the view is okay for this. So today we're going to talk about struggling with negative self talk and overthinking. Uh, First, thanks for joining me and welcome to Surviving Disruption. Make sure that you go ahead and like this video and subscribe so that you don't miss any more live trainings. And make sure that you share it with someone that you know might benefit from this. And before we get started, let me know in the comments if there is any uh, like a critical a negative voice that you hear in your head, something like I'm not good enough or what if I mess up. Do you have any of those that come up often for you? So that's what we're going to talk about today is that inner voice, the one that whispers I'm not good enough. What if I mess this up? They'll figure out that I don't belong here. And those kind of voices come up often for people. They aren't random thoughts, they're old, rehearsed messages that we've picked up in moments where we needed maybe emotional safety or support, but were met with silence or pressure or judgment. I've been working with a client that came to me because she was anxious and overwhelmed, is what she came to me about. And she said she was having a hard time making decisions. And we really started work. We first started working because that's what she came to me about was that she was feeling overwhelmed. So we started talking about, regulating her nervous system. And she would come back to me each session and say, these things aren't working. And we started peeling back some of the layer. I call it the onion. We start to peel back that onion and we start to realize that she had this critical voice in her head that always came back around of I'm not good enough. And until we started to confront and challenge that and change it, that's when things started to change for her. That was the critical turning point for her healing journey. And so over time, these voices become familiar. Become so familiar that it it feels like it's our own voice. And it starts becoming louder than our intuition. And so there's science behind where these come from, and that's important to know as well. Um, Sometimes our brain is wired for protection. And so we may have experienced rejection, harsh expectations, or emotional neglect. And our nervous system learns to anticipate pain. Sorry, I saw somebody coming toward our house. So I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't somebody that needed my attention. Sorry about that. And that's where this voice can come is our nervous system anticipates pain. And so it starts to protect us. And those voices are formed to keep us safe, even if it really ends up holding us back. Um, Childhood beliefs shape adult overthinking. If you had to earn love or respect or be perfect or good behavior was considered successful, that's how you would be identified as. You're likely learn to overthink everything to avoid getting it wrong. And also, that's where those voices of, I'm not good enough, or I'm going to mess this up, and like mistakes are not okay to have. That's somewhere else that you could have picked up all those messages. Caregiving and people pleasing mask self abandonment. So many high achieving women that I work with took on adult responsibilities too soon, and their inner voice was shaped by guilt, self doubt, and the pressure to hold it all together. I know that I had tremendous amount of people pleasing behaviors, and I probably picked them up. My parents divorced at a younger age. I was the oldest sibling. So I probably took on some of this people pleasing behaviors. And a lot of that didn't come up for me until I started my grief healing after my husband passed away. That is when I started to recognize that I had some beliefs that were getting in the way of me making decisions or being the best version of myself. So here's the truth that we forget, that the voice in our head, that those voices, those words that we hear of I'm not good enough or you know, I don't belong, those aren't really your voices. It's a mix of echoes, maybe from your family, culture, the past trauma that you've experienced. And again, it's disguised as your intuition. So it's something that we start to believe, and it gets in the way of us trusting our intuition more. And that is something that I've learned too. With my rooting ritual that I do every morning now, and sometimes during the middle of the day, I have now been able to tune in to my intuition, and I am seeing huge changes for myself as well. And that's also what has helped my client. Once we helped her change and confront those inner dialogue that she had, she's able to now catch it and change it or do something to help regulate her system at that time. But now she's making decisions on her own. She just bought her first house. She's having tremendous amount of job offers that are offering her a lot more money than she's been making. So it's been something that now she's seeing how those inner voices were getting in the way of her success. So your true voice is still inside you, and it's softer, it's more wiser, it's more loving than you've been taught to believe. And so if you're caught in the cycles of overthinking and self-criticism or feeling like you're too much or you're not enough, just know this. There's nothing wrong with you. And when you have the right support, you can learn how to stop sabotaging yourself and learn how to change those inner critic voices into something more that you believe, and that's there. And we just have to teach you how to rise above your old stories and create your new ones. And so in the comments is or in the description is a link to my Root Rise Receive workshop that I'm doing in September, but then also to my monthly subscription program that where I will offer more tips through every month to subscribers. And so make sure that you go to those links. Also, make sure you comment. What is one of those voices that you hear on repeat so often? And again, because here we are live, I want to make sure that we do our somatic training that we've been doing each week during our lives. Um, and I'm going to just open my box again. We have these exercises that I received at a training. Because again, remember, I am also a clinical therapist for the last 25 years. And so I am trained in somatic exercises. And that is something that I offer as part of, uh, when I work with women individually, we do a lot of work around changing those beliefs that we have in our head. So let's see. Let's pick one today in our stack of cards. Let's see what we've got. All right, we have bounce flow today. Bounce flow is a movement routine that combines rhythmic bouncing and flowing motions, including dance or fitness elements. The benefits include elevated heart rate for cardiovascular fitness, improved coordination and balance, mood enhancement, increased flexibility, mindfulness, enjoyment, and opportunities for personal expression and creativity. So, you're going to find a comfortable space. Choose an open area free of obstacles. Wear comfortable clothing. Dress in loose, comfortable clothes. And start with a gentle bouncing. Stand with feet shoulder width apart, knees slightly bent, and arms relaxed. And you gently want to bounce, lifting your heels and letting your body rise and fall naturally. Incorporate rhythmic breathing. Breathe in sync with your bounces. Inhale through your nose as you rise, exhale through your mouth as you fall. And maintain deep, even breaths for relaxation and energy flow. I'm not sure if I'll be able to set this computer up while I'm outside. People that drive by the street may see something that we don't want, and I just lost my screen. I'm so sorry. Oh, oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. I just lost my screen and I can't see you. I have a. Oh, no, stop. Well, I'm not so sure if you can still see me, but I can't see you. I'm so sorry. Of course, I don't have my mouse while I'm outside, and I wanted to show you. Oh, oh my. Okay. All right. So you really can't see my feet, but you're going to start with your feet with that slow. You're going to start with your bouncing. We're going to just start and you breathe in and out. Increase the intensity and range of your bounces. Let your arms and torso move freely. Sway, twist, flow in any direction that feels good. You can always add music if you want. Play upbeat music to enhance your experience. And you want to do that for about 5 to 10 minutes. Oh, sorry. You want to do that for about 5 to 10 minutes. It's a somatic technique, and it's also just enjoy the movement. And after you do it for about 5 to 10 minutes, you will want to cool down. And you gradually just slow down your movements until you gently come to a stop. And then you stand still, take deep breaths, reflect, and relax. So, reflect on the experience, notice any changes in your mood, energy levels, and physical sensations, and enjoy the relaxation and rejuvenation that you had from that bounce flow experience. So, again, please make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you again on Surviving Disruption.